I think I'm looking as disheveled as possible on purpose, but I don't think so at the same time. But maybe it is. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's go with it. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. Not laziness, it's on purpose. Laziness is on purpose. Welcome back, friends. Last Guy here, and it's time for the vlog. And let's see here. Okay. I'm talking about three things. First thing, gotta talk about my coworker. Yesterday, I got the news. My coworker has succumbed to COVID. He is dead. He died to it. 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, I forget now. I saw him for like 5 minutes because he was OCing, which is where you're temporarily doing another position, and it was for my boss's position because he was next in line to get that position. So he's just subbing, getting the motions in and everything, and eventually he would get that position. And it would have been fun under him. Like, he knows his stuff. He's very easygoing, and he had a lot of plans that I was cool with. So I see him for like 5 minutes, like, I'm looking forward to working under him. Like, it's like good to see him again, kind of thing, because he was at another plant trying to get their position for the same get there for the same position. He was there for 2 years, suffering over there for 2 years because they were treating like crap over there. But then this position opened up because my boss's boss got promoted. So I was looking forward to working under him. Saw him for 5 minutes. The next day, he's diagnosed with COVID. Like, he was going to go dooning. Like, apparently the last couple of days he was out at bars and stuff. Like, he never took the pandemic seriously. And I guess after a year plus of not getting sick, yeah, you're not going to. He never got vaccinated. And he did infect some of the people at work. He did. The people at work were vaccinated. They barely felt like a tickle in their throat is what they said. He got hospitalized after like a couple days. Then eventually they put him on a ventilator. Then eventually they put him, they did some experimental blood thing with him where they changed out his blood with someone else's blood that had antibodies for the virus. They were trying to do that. They were doing every experimental thing they could to save him. And it wasn't enough. In the end, he died. He died yesterday. It's upsetting for a number of reasons. It's upsetting because, of course, it's someone I knew. He's dead. The virus killed him. It's the second person I know who's died from it personally. It's upsetting and frustrating because it was completely preventable. He was like only 30 or 29 years old, and he's dead now. He could have gotten the vaccine, and he would have been fine. He would have been inconvenienced for a couple days. Like, I was sick for like 3 days after I took the second shot of Moderna. It sucked. But I have better protection now. Even if I get a breakthrough case, it won't be as severe. Examples are, of course, my coworkers who got the breakthrough case, and it was not severe at all. I still have other people who know them that are hesitant about getting the vaccine because of the breakthrough cases. He's like, why are you not for it after that coworker died? He got a really bad case because he had no protection at all. Anecdotally, you now have proof as to why you should take the damn vaccine. You anecdotally have all this other stuff like you can be hesitant because it broke through, but they're not dead. He is. Another coworker put it, talking about with Israel and things like that. He's like, look, because of my kids are in sports, I also take the flu vaccine every year around November because it only lasts about 6 months. It's not going to last the whole year. And he's like, it's completely stood to reason that everyone who took the vaccine back in March and February, that would wear off by now. So it makes sense that cases are going higher for breakthrough because it's been long enough for these vaccines to not be as strong anymore. Because not all vaccines are the measles one, or the, what's the other one? Or the polio vaccines. Not all vaccines are like that. They're not capable of making you immune forever. Consider tetanus. We take it every 10 years. Not every vaccine is just one and done. We got the flu every freaking year, and now we're going to have COVID every year. Maybe every 6 months at this rate. So yeah, just very frustrated with that. Just it's frustrating and sad. And he suffered for a couple years to get to this spot, this chance to make it big, to make a big break, and he dies right at the edge of it. Boy would have been making like 100, 120 a year. Damn. His wife, his family would be set. He'd be good. He's only like 29, 30 years old. He would have been great for the rest of his life. So I know what that job entails, and it's stressful at times, but it is rewarding, and it's a great position. I'm going to go for it at some point in my life, maybe. I talked about that last week, where maybe I'd do these positions if I wanted to have a little more stress and a little more money, and if I wanted more regularity in my schedule. I wonder how long is appropriate to mourn a coworker who has died. I have no idea what the answer to that is. I really don't. Because I was messed up for a while, and then at a point I'm like, should I still be messed up, or do I just move on? The sun still rises, the moon still rotates. What do we do? What do I do? I wonder how I'll cope when other people die. But with a coworker, I don't know. Still gonna feel like crap for a couple days, but I'm not crying anymore. It's just very unfortunate. He had all this potential, and it's all lost. And it was completely preventable. It's so frustrating. It was completely preventable. He still would have gotten sick, probably, but it probably would not have been as severe. He'd probably still be alive right now. You can only say probably because it's still possible. It's anything still possible. Life is odds. It's about the odds. It's about raising your chances of this, lowering your chances of that. With the vaccine, you raise your odds of surviving the virus. Without the vaccine, well, you don't have as much good odds. What is a seatbelt? A seatbelt is raising your odds. Raising your odds that if you do have a car accident, you won't fly out the freaking windshield and die. You slightly raise the odds that your freaking the seatbelt might get stuck, but those odds are way lower than what should be happening if you have a car accident. Not having a seatbelt, of course, lowers your odds of survival of a car accident. Drinking alcohol before driving, getting inebriated, will raise your odds of dying. It doesn't guarantee you'll die, but it raises your odds. Sobering up before driving, if you drank before going in your car, waiting like an hour or two to sober up, that puts your odds right back up to not dying. Lowering your odds of dying. You can see it negative and positively. Odds going up of positive things, odds going down of negative things. And vice versa when you do the negative thing. Like, right now with this pandemic, just looking at with relationship stuff, the odds of me finding someone is not high because I can't go anywhere. Just in general, the baseline is pretty low because people are really scared of meeting new people right now. Dating apps raises my odds a little bit. Doing other activities outside raises my odds a little bit. But there's also the chance that anyone I really would be interested in, they're not out there because they're hunkering down still. And maybe they're not using ads and this and apps and this and that. I squeaked the chair. Still squeaking the chair. All you're doing is working with odds and trying to have the chance of reaching what you want. There's other things that you can't control that will affect your odds as well, but that's what it is. That's neither here nor there and things like that. So I question how long, like I was saying, how long should I mourn? And I'll still be upset, but now I'm going to move on to a lighter subject. The second subject, there's going to be a third one. Third one is, of course, the why. Now, the second subject is I need to tell you about this dream. Because dreams are nuts. And it's really weird how much of a universe your brain can create. So, last night I had a dream. It was a game universe that I was in, and it was called Dressler. Like, I think the idea was trying to be kind of like the Dresden Files kind of thing. I think that's what it was supposed to be. So it's paranormal noir, though. Paranormal noir, but also you can skip this if you just this is all silly, but paranormal noir, but it's also furry. He's like a wolf boy or a dog boy or something like that. Because of course, it's gonna be furry. Why not? So it's in that kind of art style of furry, but also like paranormal kind of colors as well. It's like those thick comic book lines, but it's furry and the paranormal colors, like the purples and greens kind of thing. And this dude just does investigations, and he has an interesting power of he can touch. So it's all murder investigations, and he can touch the suspect and will reveal their soul, and it would tell him whether or not they're pure or they're evil or things like that. But once he exposes a soul, he has to be very careful because then they're extremely sensitive. Like anything could easily kill a soul. Which is a very interesting idea there. And so, like, I'm in this game universe, like, okay, that's crazy. But I'm a little lucid. I'm like, wait, does this game universe actually exist, or am I just making this shit up? So, in my dream state, while lucid, I'm like, does this exist? Let me check Google. I'm checking Google in my dreams. And I find wiki articles, and I'm just reading, I'm going down the rabbit hole of a wiki of this game universe that does not exist. I'm just reading up on all this lore and all these things, and like, holy crap, there's a lot going on to this game. At the same time, I'm like, wait, I'm Googling in my dreams. This better be real. This better be real when I wake up. There's no way I'm making all this crap up. The entire time, I slept for like 7 hours. The entire 7 hours I'm sleeping, I'm doing this. I'm reasoning this out. Really, really nuts. I'm just in the game universe. What would happen here? I was helping investigating these murders with him, and then we end up in a trial, and then it became a 3-part trial where we were able to prove our side was right, and then we had to prove their side was wrong, and then for some reason the lawyers got switched, and we went back to having to prove that we were right. It was really weird. It was really weird. I think Phoenix Wright influenced that. But it was just wild. Absolutely wild to dream all that. Like, our brains are nuts. And our dreams are nuts. And it's... People try to do a dream interpretation. People try to do psychology to it. And I have no idea what's what. Because sometimes none of this makes sense as to why would this be a psychological thing. Why would I dream about that? I think it's just the brain making shit up. Because what else was there to do? There are times when, now we're going to go into the whys. Why do we dream, or why do I dream what I dream? Now, I'll tell you what I usually dream. There are a couple things I dream with regularity, and there's a couple things that have happened, some outliers that still were with me. I guess this crazy look is on purpose, because now we're talking crazy stuff like dreams. Let's go with some outliers first. So, I gotta tell you, the outlier dream, just the most interesting one to make you interested before we do the more mundane ones. One time, I was fully lucid, but had no control. And I went 7 layers deep into dreams. It was the wildest thing. Where I knew I was in a dream, and I was just stuck there, and I was just in this universe, doing whatever the hell. I don't remember what I was doing anymore, but I knew I was in a dream. Like, all right, I should wake up. It's probably time to go to work or something like that. I forget what I was doing. I'm gonna wake up, and I woke up. Now I'm 6 layers deep, and I don't know that just yet. I'm like, all right, I'm awake. Wait, shit ain't right. This ain't right. This still isn't correct. What's going on here? None of this makes any sense. This is not reality. I'm not there yet. All right, let's wake up again. Wake up. I'm 5 layers deep. I spent a couple days in the 5th layer. I'm like, all right, I'm just going through the motions of this world, but I know this isn't my state. This is weird though. Okay, can I wake up yet? Okay, I think it's finally starting to wake up. Waking up. 4th state. I was there for 2 weeks. I was in this fourth layer deep for 2 weeks. where it was like reality, but not reality. Like I went to work, things were a little different, but they were not the same. Coworkers were a little different, but they were not the same. It was boring at times, it was entertaining at times. I was just doing things that I would be doing anyway. That was weird. Then I woke up. Layer 3. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, we're still not out yet. I woke up immediately again. Layer 2. Still not there. Start freaking out. I am freaking out in my dreams. Like, how many layers did I go? I just start running. I'm running around. I'm running through streets that are familiar but not familiar. It was weird. And then I finally am able to wake myself up one layer deep. I don't know that's how deep I am. I'm in my bed, but it's not my bed, and I know it's not my bed, and I am still not awake. And then I just struggle in my mind to just wake up, and I finally do. And I am back in reality. I am finally out of all these layers of dreams. And I wake up, and I just fucking cried. It's like, holy shit, I'm finally out. Like, it was so weird. Only happened once. And I just cried for a while. I called Jinx, like, holy shit, this was crazy. This was crazy. Like, freak Jinx out, of course. That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. That's an outlier. I've only had that once. I've only been that deep once. Different kind of outlier. I had a dream state where I had like a girlfriend and stuff, and 3 nights in a row that kept going. Like I went into the dream, I was in this different state of reality, and that was going like that. And I had a different life for 3 nights, and then that was gone completely. There have been points where I've had dreams that connected to dreams years ago. It's like the memories came back, like, oh yeah, I had this dream before, and I've been in here, and I did all these things, and I'm back. What the hell? And then I wake up and just, revisiting a dream from years ago. Nuts. It's just weird. It's totally weird. What is going on with my mind? So, let's talk a little why right now. I think one of the things, thankfully to my credit, is I am a pretty creative person. I have dozens of universes I have written down or thought about in depth and at length in here, or like I said, written down somewhere. I'm capable of that, and so I can just have all these crazy universes and everything just show up in my dreams because I'm capable of making them. So that's interesting and cool. I think that's why these happen. Something very interesting is there are people who have stated that they've been able to have complete lives in dreams. They will live and then die in their dreams and wake up, and then they're back in reality. Like they spent years in a dream state and then they're back in reality. I'm like, damn, that's nuts. That is nuts. And so you wonder about that with our realities of what if we are just all in a dream state? We're just living out a dream and then we'll wake up. You always wonder about that with reality sometimes. Well, some people do wonder that about reality. Other people are too busy trying to live to think about that stuff. Man, it's just wild. Dreams are wild. Another outlier. I have an OC that I have not drawn yet, and they were from a dream. That was a chameleon. Of course, it's a chameleon girl. And it was interesting. And if I ever draw it, I will show you. Other outliers. One time, maybe twice. This is after I've lost her. After Mom's death, I dreamt about my mom. And then seeing her and realizing in the dreams, like it was like, oh, I'm gonna see my mom, like it's something normal. And then in the dreams I see her, I realize, wait, no, you're dead. What the hell? And then I wake up. Happened twice. Happened with my grandmother too. And in both of those, whenever I realized that, they would just kind of portal away. They would like beam up away like Star Trek kind of thing. Because they're going back to, let's say, heaven. And so for a long time, I don't know how many years it's been since, but for a long time, I thought it was like that was them visiting me somehow. Getting all spiritual, metaphysical, and all that stuff. Why would I dream that? Because, well, of course, you lose loved ones, you're going to dream about them because you want to see them again, kind of thing. But then there was one dream that totally destroyed all of that thought process, and that was the time I dreamt about my dad as if he was dead. Like, I was like, wait. It was like a dream like, oh, hey, I'm seeing him, but he's gone. Wait, no, he's not. He's not gone at all. What the hell are you doing here? And I freaked out, and then I woke up. He's still alive. But the thing is, dreams have no rules. They can do whatever the hell they want. So, still, that dream completely ruined any thought of afterlife thoughts with family. Dreams are nuts. Dreams are weird. Now, here's the dreams I have with regularity. And I wonder why. I thought about it, but here, let's see what you think. So there are two dreams I have with regularity. Besides just wild, just random stuff dreams. Here's two that happen with regularity. One dream state is I have a girlfriend or I have a wife. And they're almost always redheads. So that tells me something, that I like redheads. But they're almost always redheads. And the race varies. That part varies, but they always have red hair. Apparently I like red hair. And it's always like a loving relationship. Things are going well. And then it's just nice. It's just a nice dream. And then I wake up. I'm like, oh, well, fudge. I don't have any of that. I've had those dreams for years. I've had it a couple dozen times this year. And I think it's just a longingness. I think that's just loneliness. I think that's all that can be is a dreaming of this is what I wish. I wish I had this. I don't have this. I think that's quite simply what that dream state is that I've had so many times. The other one I've had my entire life, and I hate that I always have this dream, and that is the dreaming of being lost. I get lost a lot. And it says a lot about me because I do get lost a lot. I get distracted, I lose my way, I forget what I'm doing. This is something I do in real life. And so it translates to the dreams as well, where in my dreams it's always, I'm in one spot, I'm sent to do a task, I can never find my way back home. Every time. Every single time it's this dream. I've had this dream so many times. Hundreds of times. Maybe thousands. Been alive long enough for it to be. And it's always, oh hey, we forgot our backpacks outside outside Disneyland. Can you go get them? Like, okay, I go outside Disneyland, I get them. I turn back around, I go into Disneyland, and I need to get back. Like, they're over in like Toontown or whatever, so I got to go through like Adventureland and this and that. And I go through all these things. Then I end up in Fantasyland. Then I end up in Tomorrowland. And I never get to Toontown. Circumstances happen, like maybe floods of people just get in the way, or things get gated off. But I never get back there. We could be at the mall. It's like, hey, can you go get us some water? I'm like, all right. I go get some water from this other part of the mall. I turn around. And I just cannot find my way back. Either doors get locked, too many people get in the way, I just cannot get back to where I was. I noticed that with some of my writing, some of the writing I've written is about someone making a journey somewhere else to get back to something. And so I dream a lot of this. I dream a lot of getting lost. So what does that say? What is that saying? Is it saying that I feel like I am just not where I want to be? Or do I feel like I'm just always lost? Or what am I feeling here? To always be lost in my dreams. I never get back. I never find my way back. It could be hours in this dream. It could be days in this dream. And I never find my way back. I always wonder about that. Why is that? Now, let me end it with this fun thing. So, lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is a thing you're capable of, and I've done it a few times. Never done anything much with it, but there are times where I'm like, oh, hey, I'm in a dream. Wait, stay. Don't wake up. Okay, I'm here. I'm in the dream. All right, I'm in the dream. Great, okay. What are we going to do? I'm awake in a dream, but not awake in real life. What am I going to do? All right, well, okay. Well, let's try to do things. Okay, let's try to... And I got no ideas. And I have no ideas what to do. Like, all right, fudge it, let's just wake up. And then I wake up. I've done that a few times. It is silly and dumb. I'm like, all right, I got control. What am I going to do with it? I have no ideas. Wake up. There are times in dreams where I'm half aware I'm in dreams. And I'm like, all right, okay, things are happening here. Whatever the hell's happened, the situation in this dream, I'm going to still be doing that. But I can feel my body breathing. Like, I can feel that I'm still in bed, but I'm also in this other state. It's very curious to do that. I call bullshit on whoever said you read things backwards. No, everything's right. Everything's normal. I don't understand. I've read so many things in dreams. I think someone's just making crap up and they just decided, yeah, that's true. Why not? You know what? Next time I lucid dream, I'm going to try to just get a manifest Kirby and hang out with Kirby. Let's see if that works. Like, Polio, boy! Polio. Why not? I've heard of people who they'll lucid dream and then they'll just go flying. They'll just do all their fantasies. They'll fly. They'll break through walls, things like that. I'm like, that sounds cool. I never do that. For all my creativity, I'm not very good on the spot. Except in improv. I'm amazing at improv. I will say. Okay, so that is it. That is the vlog. Oh, two things. I should have said them at the start. I've been doing Curbtober, which is fun, which is Inktober with Kirby. And that's been an interesting and fun time, because I'm getting better at drawing because of that. And the other thing is, Saturdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is Jackbox. We're bringing that back. And yeah, so that should be fun. Anyone sees this before Saturday, you can join. And that's it. That's the vlog. I had fun. Hope you have fun watching. That's what's all about it. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.